If you want to see me create another look with the Urban Decay Elements Palette, then stick around. Hi there, it's Hélène with another video, and I am excited to play around with the Urban Decay Elements Palette again. And if you are not remembering what this palette looks like, although it's been around since last fall, take a look at these shadows. Is it any surprise that I want to play with this palette again? I played with the ridiculously pigmented Sapphire Dream last time, which I paired along with Ego, Dreamweaver, and Electric Air up here. And I want to do another look, and I want to do another look that is using colors that are not part of my quad number 1 in the monthly quad series. So that will take away browns and greens at this point. And I've done a lot of green looks lately, so I think I need to ease off of those. So let me take a look at the palette, because I really haven't planned this out. I just wanted to just play. And I'm going to bring you what I think my plan is, although I reserve the right to change my mind. So hang on, I will come back with my plan. I think I know what I want to do. I think I want to use Firestarter. It is a little bit shimmery, but it acts more like a matte. So I'm going to use that in the crease. And then I want to use Lioness, which to me is a very, very interesting color. And I put down the kind of transformer shade Luna. I think that one is Luna. Yes. Luna on one end, and then the other one was Electric Air. And I think I like Electric. It's such a tough choice. No, I think I'm going to go with Luna, the center shade, to transform Lioness on the center lid to really make it come out, almost like a halo eye. So Firestarter in the crease, Lioness all over the lid, and Luna on the center lid. We'll see how that looks. If I need to modify anything, I will. But I really think that that is going to look really nice. And I think I'm probably going to do Luna on the brow bone as well, possibly even inner corner. So not too many shadows. I'm talking 3 so far, but we will see if I have to modify that. Now I should tell you that on the eye right now I have Vanilla and Grounded from the Smashbox Matte Exposure Palette. That is the palette that I am panning this year. I'll put the latest Pan That Palette update here so you can see all the shadows if you like. But yeah, I think we should just get right into it. As I mentioned, I want to go in with Firestarter, which is this color right here. And I'm going to be going all over the large area of the crease and really establish a base color. I don't need to go onto the lid. Lioness will be on the lid, so I'm just going to worry about deepening the crease. And I'm using a fluffy brush, my biggest fluffy brush, in order to just ease into the color and just see how it behaves, because I've never used Firestarter on my lid so far. Although I have to say, it swatches beautifully. I was very excited when I did the swatching of this palette. I'll put the swatch video right up here. I was very excited about this color when I swatched. It just looks beautiful. Here we go. By the way, I do have mascara on my eye. I was doing stuff earlier today and just had a very neutral eye for most of the day, and then I wanted to come and play. Whew. This is a good shadow right here. Nice. Love it. It feels so neat. It feels dry, But as far as the application, I'm barely touching my lid and it is applying like a dream. that was it. That's it. And there's a ton. This is very pigmented because usually a very fluffy brush does not apply a whole lot of shadow. So that is applier beware. Whew. Okay, I think I'm going to just go down on the lower lash line and then do the other eye kind of in fast forward. This is the shadow brush that I will use, an angled brush for the lower lash line, going right back into Firestarter. And let's just do the lower lashes, or lower lash line, I should say. Lower lid. What am I talking about? It's the lower lid. I've been doing this a lot lately and I really like it. Okay, on to the other eye and see you in a bit. Okay, I intensified the red a little bit more on this eye because I ended up having more red on that eye. And we can always lighten it up a little bit later, but I want to make sure the two eyes match, and I just decided to go a little bit, to follow this eye and go a little bit more intense on the first eye. I think this is a gorgeous color. You could get away with just using this color and putting some liner on and just getting that mascara popping and looking really good. But we are going to take it a little bit further, aren't we? We are going to go right into Lioness, and I'm going to use my finger for that. I just want to go straight in with the finger. And if you want to see Lioness one more time, it is this color right here. So it's going to tap into that red from Firestarter, but also has kind of a purplish brown to the color. So if you don't remember it, it is, the base of it is right under here. Let's try it out. It blends wonderfully with Firestarter. That is fantastic. Look at that. That is great. Love it, love it, love it. What a nice pairing. What a nice pairing. I'm going to put more on my finger and go on the lower lash line. Who said you couldn't do an outer V with a finger, right? Holy cow, these apply beautifully. I'm going to go with my pinky just to make sure I get Lioness all the way into the inner lid. I do have some fallout, but we'll just brush that away. That is beautiful. Okay, I'll do the other eye and then we will talk afterwards. And we are now going to go for that halo effect with Luna. Yeah, we said we were going to use Luna, so that is the one I'm going to use with my ring finger. That looks pretty clean. Going right on the center lid and hopefully not wrecking all the work we've done so far. So there is Luna. So I wanted to see how Luna was going to apply. So first off, I just tapped lightly just to see what the effect was. And now I want to intensify it. So I'm dragging down on the lid because it looks like it can take a little bit more. And I'm fading away on both sides. So if I look at the difference between the two eyes, one is kind of popping and the other one is a little bit recessed. And so Luna really does its job as a center lid highlighter. It's a very nice shade. I'm surprised at how sheepish I was about Luna, but that looks really, really good. And I think I'm going to replicate that halo effect on the lower lash line, which I don't always do, but I think in this case it's going to look good. So let's try it. I really like this look. I think we need to use this on the brow bone as well, which was the plan. It all looks good, so let's go for it. For that, I will use a flat brush to go along the brow bone. And I'm going to use this little guy. That is really nice. I have a little bit more fallout. I'll take care of that. And then I think I'm going to put Luna, as I second guess myself here. No, I think I'm going to put Electric Air on the inner corner. That's what I'm going to do. So get rid of the fallout and then put Electric Air in the inner corner. To apply shadow on the inner corner, I'm going to use this little precision brush. And like I said, we're going to go in with Electric Air. I'm not planning on wetting the brush at all. I did it once in a previous video and I was not a big fan of it. So I'm just going to go in with a dry brush and let's see what happens. Yeah, that ended up looking good. I think that Electric Air has a little bit more punch than Luna. Luna is more like a transformer shade, and I think that made the inner corner pop more than Luna would have. And I'm really happy with that. Now, for some reason I have little black specks, but I think it's because of my Stila Huge mascara. I had that on from earlier in the day, and I think that just with makeup application or shadow application, it's flaking my mascara a little bit. So I'm going to take care of liner, brush off whatever's come off the mascara, and then reapply a little bit more mascara to just finish the look, and probably maybe pick another lip color. If you're curious to know what I have on my lips right now, though, it's Pixi Honey Sheen lip gloss, which I consider a dupe for my favorite, which is the Joe Fresh Angelic or Angelique, my all-time favorite lip gloss. So that's what that is. All right, let's finish up the eye look, and I will do that and be back to tell you what I used. Okay, here is the final look. I really like the way it turned out. I used the Dark Heart 24/7 Urban Decay pencil. It is right here, and the reason I chose it is that it has micro sparkle in it, or micro glitter if you want, that has an orange to pink shift, and it just went so well with this look that I used it to tightline the upper lash line. I also used it on the upper waterline, lower waterline, and lower lash line. So it is all over. It's rare that I use only one liner. So this one just did the trick with this particular look. And that is the dual-ended pencil that goes with the Naked 3. And it makes sense because a lot of the color that I used on the lid and the center to punch the color up a little bit does go with the color scheme of the Naked 3, so that makes sense. And then for my lips, I decided to use the Juicy Tubes. There is no specific color name on this, but this is an older Lancôme gloss that I think goes well with the look because of the fire starter in the crease. I think that looks pretty good. And I don't want to forget to mention that I did put a second coat of the Stila Huge Mascara. Now, this was a revelation to me that if I put this mascara on earlier in the day and I want to do a day to evening look, which is what I feel I did. I had a very basic natural look for most of the day, and then I wanted to punch it up. I just felt like playing with color, and now I have the color on, that if I was going out later on in the day, that this may not be the mascara that I want on my lashes earlier in the day, because it tends to flake if it gets moved, if the lashes get moved around aggressively. And it's stopped flaking now because I'm not playing with it. I see a little bit. But the second coat, I think, is keeping that first coat in place. But what I want to do now is I want to compare this with how the Monsieur Big from Lancôme would behave, to see if it's as flaky as this one. Because I think that day to nighttime looks are pretty common for people going from office appropriate to a night on the town. And you don't necessarily start your makeup all over again. You may just intensify the colors that you have on for the day. And if your mascara flakes, that's a no-go. So I will keep you informed on that, because the Stila Huge was neck and neck with Monsieur Big, and if Monsieur Big doesn't do that, well, maybe I'll have to have two favorites for two different reasons. And so that's it, a second look with the Elements palette from Urban Decay. And I have to say that these shadows are impressing me. I cannot believe I was so lukewarm about this palette, because I am liking it more every time I use it. And well, I have to say, just take a look at the colors. If there are any colors that you are in particular wanting me to use, please let me know. I will definitely use all of them, but I can use some sooner than later. And I do look forward to the next look. And I also look forward to seeing you in the next video. But for now, take care.